Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. We've got a jam-packed day. This is Wesley doing a test on my mic. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I've done tons of testing, but I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me. I know sometimes I can misplace the audio. So, cool. Alright. Wonderful. Alright, let me go ahead and switch on over. Hello everybody! Hi! Welcome to the Central Ohio GameDev Group, or COGG as we like to say. It is March 28th, 2026, and we're here today to showcase another amazing end of the month of what happened in March, what's coming up in April, and a lot of cool presentations and games to kind of share with you today. So if you don't know me, I'm Wesley Adams. I'm one of the admins here at COGG. There's plenty of other great members here. We've been around for a couple years. And our goal is just to kind of help promote and support local game development communities here in the Midwest, specifically in the Central Ohio area, but we are partnered with a lot of different folks. So we have a lot of great presentations today. I'm going to try to go over as many as I can. And at the end of the show, if you're interested, we join up in the Discord channel if you like to talk to us more in person. But otherwise, feel free to use the chat as you need to. We'll go ahead and make sure that I keep an eye on that. So if you got questions or comments, I'll try to call them out as I see them. But otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. We go ahead and switch over to our slideshow. So this is a little snapshot of our group, pretty old one. We're going to need to update that. I know I say that every time, but that is the case. But we're a great group of folks. We're here to kind of just help you any way we can. We are on Meetup, which, again, I think I say that a lot. I think we're going to go ahead and probably be moving to another platform soon. It'll be a gradual change. We'll make sure that everybody's aware about it. But our Meetup is a great way for us to share our events, which I'll show you here in just a sec. We also have a Discord, which I tell people that's our 24/7 support in a sense. So a lot of folks are on there if you want to see, what different games are going on, if you have questions about games. You do not need to be, this is not like a paid thing, you do not need to be part of Ohio or Columbus or anything. We kind of try to support people locally first and then externally out second, but we're a pretty small group, more or less, so we're here and happy to help you best we can, right? So if you have any questions, please join our group. We're happy to have you any way we can and share with you anything happening in our neck of the woods, so to speak. So like I mentioned, we have our YouTube channel, which if you're here, you already know that. You have our Discord link, so if you guys want to join us, that is, I'll go ahead and provide that right there in the chat. Our COGG website, which has games and news, and then other upcoming events. So let me kind of show this a little bit. I went too far ahead. Okay. Here's our website. So when you jump in here at the top right corner, you'll see a Join Discord button. That'll take you to that link I just sent. We have our Meetup page, Facebook page, Twitter, YouTube, all the social media is up there. That's the main thing. If you take anything from the website, that's where you'd go. If you want to find events, you can hit this little M for Meetup or click on the top banner. It'll take you to our events page. And you'll see all the events kind of coming up. And then you can click on the Meetup page. This is where I usually tell people to go specifically. So if you are wondering if an event is online or in person, because we do have a mix of those, they will pop up here in upcoming events. And this is the time, like this event that we're going on right now is the time for us to see what's coming up next month. It could still change, and very much so actually in April. They probably will change, we'll see. But you will see that we have the Prototype and Play event, which is our presentation of our games, like kind of in a casual atmosphere. Last month we actually went to Game Arena, and that's actually by the OSU campus in the Gateway. And had a great time sharing a lot of really great games. We were joined by Shawnee State, who came up from Portsmouth and Ohio and joined us. That was a great time. We had a lot of people. We try to let people know about like these in-person events because I know they're like few and far between. But we do try to do the prototype and play event at least every 3 months at Game Arena. So the next one will be April, May, June will be the next one. So definitely keep that in your calendar as our next in-person for the prototype and play event. But it's a great time. We have snacks and foods. We have people coming in with their laptops. You can bring in VR headsets. We had like probably almost half of the entire building with COGG folks, so it was awesome. So definitely check that out. It's got like a bar if you're into that. Definitely like little foods and stuff, and tacos and wings and all kinds of great stuff. So it's a good time. Um, then, if you like, you can also see our games, which there are two folks I need to add on here. I know I'm kind of been behind on that, but you can post your games in here. I kind of do these ad hoc if people kind of join the website. But the other big one is just kind of using your Discord to add your games too. So at this point, I'll go ahead and go over Discord just real quick. So if you're new here and you haven't joined our Discord, please do. It's a great way to talk to us week to week, so you're not waiting another month to know what's going on and how you can kind of join our groups. So when you go in here, you'll see our little welcome of information. You'll see the rules and regulations. There's nothing super crazy in here. Just be a nice person. That's the big thing with this. You see our monthly events and information. And then we have our announcements, which you'll see I've been posting stuff here. If you don't like being pinged on this, you can always right-click on this and say mute channel until I turn back. So if you don't like being pinged all the time, that's an easy way to do this in Discord. Um, and then you have introduce yourself. We've seen a lot of folks kind of adding themselves here time to time. This is a great way for us to get to know you, and if there's any way we can help you, let us know. We have our making games, which is kind of like our game engine channel specific questions. So if you have an Unreal question or a Unity, Eric's been great. He actually works at Unity here locally in Columbus. He's a great advocate for that. And then we have Godot, which have a lot of great people in there, and then any other engines as well. I mean, we can add more in here, but like that's kind of normally where things pool together. And if anything you get out of this, if you want to interact, I would just highly recommend this community category. You can start off in here and just kind of chat about things coming to mind that's game related. Please do make it game related. I mean, if you want to talk about your taxes or something like that, you can talk about that in random. But really just kind of focus on talking about games. And then if you have a question, you can start here in the GameDev help. Or even in general, really. You can start in general, and if it's very specific, you can go to GameDev help, and you'll see these little cards that are created, or these like little forum-based opportunities. And if you want to make a new post, just hit this purple blue button up here at the top right and add what it is. If it's a bug in a game that you have a question on, if it's rigging, animations, physics, marketing, etc. And then we usually have people kind of pop in from time to time. This is the second source, Share Your Games channel, for how you want to share your games. It's actually really important that you add your games in here if you want to see them shared, because a lot of times, like I'll go through here and share these games as best I can. So I'm going to try to go through at least a couple of these today, at least kind of talk about them and some game releases as well. And then if you have resources, you can add them here. This is a great place if you just find a really cool tool or something like that. Tony's been killing it with a lot of really great opportunities for like, a dungeon crawler or a free auto rigging tool, all kinds of great stuff. So if you just kind of want to peek in there and see what's in there, you can even sort by, if you want to sort by like Unreal, for example, you could sort by that and you'll see these top 3 ones. And yeah, just add them here at the top right, just like you would the dev help. And then we have our business talking channel. So if you are like interested in thinking about starting up a studio or selling your game or just talk about an NDA, all the fun stuff that comes with making a game, you can add it here. This is a great place to post that, or if you see anybody else that might find something useful in business, let us know. We're by no means representing you as a consultant or anything like that. But we can definitely at least point you to the right people or the right groups if you want to talk more about that. But it's a great place to start. Um, the art channel is exactly what it sounds like. You can add your work in progress. So thanks for everybody adding content in here. I'm really excited to see all the artwork that come in from time to time. So continue to do that. Looks like Sir Randall, you've got a new project you're working on. I'm kind of curious what that might be. So definitely add some more into that. And then sound is like sound effects and music. I love listening to this. So definitely thanks for the share, everyone. We've got some great music coming up in progress. And then work in progress is kind of like a replacement of our screenshot Saturdays. It's just basically anytime you want to share something, like I know CJ, you've added a couple things. Like Mothman. I assume that's Mothman, but definitely iconic figure. Yeah, that's great. I love that. And then we have Seaweed. You've got some progress too. Dude, this is I haven't really said this too much, but this is a sweet looking game. And they're all really sweet looking games, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to play favorites. But I really like the character art styles. Yeah, these are both awesome. And then we have Tang Jae Ho working on some physics-based ball side platformer-esque kind of games. Yeah, it's really cool. And you're working in a 2D platformer. Yeah, I like that. That's neat. We got Seaweed showcasing more cool stuff. This kind of reminds me of like a short hike, I think it's called. Really cool art style. I love this. Let us know when you have something we can play. I want to play it. Yeah, that's great, man. Awesome, awesome. And we got this cool character from Legendary. Love that. Let me double check the chat. I've not been looking at the chat. Sounds good. Wow. Discord. Wow. Okay. Stays family friendly, so it shouldn't be age verified. Oh yes, that is a question. I know people were asking about Discord. So they as the greater Discord, admins, they are implementing a age verification opportunity in the future for Discord, but to Tom's point, that shouldn't affect our group because we don't really allow not safe for work stuff anyways. I mean, there was one time we were like, well, we could make like a channel or something like that, but especially with how this is represented, we basically probably won't have it. But the big thing with that is it shouldn't really affect anything in our Discord channel because we're family friendly anyways. We always like to say our running gag is like, if your grandma wouldn't want to hear it, then probably don't say it. That is to say that we do have bots in our Discord channel that might flag your messages, and we do see those. I mean, it's not like a big deal. Like if you say the F word or something like that, I'm like, I don't really care. The big thing is like we just want to keep it safe, so it might kick back to us. And sometimes our spam bots are a little bit too aggressive. So if you are trying to post something, and especially if it's like a marketing thing, and you're like, man, like it keeps getting pinged, just let us know. You can go into the I mean, we'll try to reach out if it becomes like, oh wow, that they're really not saying anything crazy. Um, but if you look in the server guide, or wait, no, it's welcome. Yeah, welcome. You can just ping at the COGG mod, or like myself or Caleb or any of us, and we'll help you out. Like we'll kind of get your message across. Because like I said, sometimes that spam bot will actually get too aggressive. So but yeah, just to let you know that shouldn't affect us, but we'll keep you guys posted if it does for some reason. But I know that's a big thing people were kind of asking questions on. Yeah, I love me some spot bams, kind of like spot spam. Um, we got a hardware channel, which thank you, Phil, for sharing your hardware controllers and whatnot. Thanks for coming over too. I know you've kind of moved out of the state, and you joined us for Prototype and Play this month, and I'm really excited to be able to see you. So glad you can make it out, and keep sharing some hardware stuff. So if you guys have anything, even if it's like an Arduino or Raspberry Pi or something like that, like anything mechanical that's game related, like please share it. We'd love to see it. Job and collaboration is a great way to kind of see different opportunities. Looks like Blazo is looking for collaborators, so feel free to check that out. I know we have some other things too. Yeah, so if either you're looking for people to collaborate on, if you have work that you are able to compensate someone for, or if you are looking for work, this is the place to go. And I am going to make it my due diligence to update this channel. I think I need to make a new one, which is kind of why I've been hesitant to kind of change this, but I'm hoping to make the job and collaboration channel more like our like dev help or our share your games, and make it more of a forum based channel. So keep an eye out for that. But definitely use this as you need to. This is kind of like a Craigslist type of scenario, just kind of word of mouth. Yeah, you can post that there. Shameless plugs is for anything you want to share if you're going live or if you're sharing, a video or going, to share a game. Feel free to use that. That's how I found out about a couple of these. Yeah, we got AJ Tunes has a spring sale. I don't know if that's still going on. Let me see. I know I had already bought it. Yeah, definitely check it out. There's always some good stuff. It's 26th, though. Yeah, just passed it. But that's okay. I mean, it's $5, so if you want to get it, definitely grab it. It's an awesome game. Um, and that's the other thing too is some of these other, and I'll show some previews, but the two big ones is Kent Reese, your game Duck and the Land of Flightless Birds has just released this month, as well as Stitched Together, just released this month as well from James Sanity. So definitely check those out. I'm going to give a little shout out here at the end for those, but those are some of the big ones to kind of look out for. Then you got external events. I mean, random's kind of self-explanatory. Just kind of add whatever you want in here within reason, right? Like no cursing and whatever. But you can add random stuff in there. External events. If you're going someplace, Tom posts a lot of really cool stuff with the sandbox that they do. So if you're familiar with the folks that do like GDEX, they do a weekly Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right, Tom? Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time, kind of one-on-one fireside chat events. So they're like a podcast. So definitely check that out. He's got stuff in there all the time. Some really cool things there. And if you got other events too, like there's this Indiecade event coming up, or that came up. Yeah, that's March 23rd through the 24th. So that just passed. But yeah, feel free to add what you need to. Lots of great stuff there. If you game jams you want people to be a part of, I was part of the Game I/O hackathon. I was one of the judges and had a great time with OSU, their game group, and a couple other groups from the area, and just playing some cool games. And I definitely would say game jams are a great way to kind of like learn how to make games with the team. You can do it solo as well, but it's a great way to do a very short, concise game, and learn a lot about what does it mean to make a game from the ground up and to share it and publish it. And they're pretty quick. They're kind of throwaway projects sometimes, and sometimes they turn into bigger ones. Definitely check them out. And if you see one in here you want to join, tell them like, hey, I'm going to join that one. Game time is just kind of like if you want to, play some games with folks. Like I know you're working on a game that you want people to play. Let us find ways to kind of help you play those games. And it could just be casual too. If you just want to play, Fortnite or something, you can add it here too. Pets is pretty self-explanatory, which does remind me I have to do a shout out. Scott has a cat. He's adorable. If you're looking for a cat, and you live in the Columbus, Ohio area, he needs a home. She needs a home. She is very cute. My wife wants them, but we already have 3 cats, and I'm sorry, but the answer is no, because I can't have 4 cats. We have 3 cats at home, and 4 cats outside that we like to take care of a little bit here and there. So we're kind of at capacity. But if you have a home that they'd like to have. I mean, it seems pretty friendly, even with dogs, it sounds like. All vaccinated, trained, fixed, all that good stuff. Let Scott Baker know. She's looking for a home. So, and that's mostly it. Later today, there's a music channel, but don't worry about that. The main thing is this general voice channel here at the bottom. That's where we're going to meet after the show today, and that's going to be where we will, go in and just kind of chat for a little bit. Like if you want to talk to presenters, if they pop in, you can say hi. If you just want to talk to me, you can say hi. And just kind of casually talk. We'll be here till 4 p.m. Eastern time, so I'll be online at least for that long. So if you just kind of want to hang out, that's a great place to go, and we can get to know each other. Um, cool. Let me check the chat before I end this front load presentation. But can you have 5 cats? No. I I mean I love cats. I really do. But I would feel bad if I can't take care of them all the same. Because man, when I'm not home and I come home and they're like, "Where have you been?" I'm like, "I've got 3 cats," like wondering like, "It would need attention." I'm like, "Okay." So, yeah, I just want to make sure I can take care of them. Any of you different folks from the game industry? Yes. Thanks, Tom. Yeah. Um, and it's sort of like a year-round support network for GDEX. Yeah, great. Yeah, the Sandbox show. If you check the external events channel, you'll definitely see that. Someone with 13. Oh wow. Yeah, 13 cats seems like a lot. That definitely seems like quite a bit. Cool. All right. So we kind of went over this. This is the big thing, is our event this month. I kind of went over this top part, but the main thing is the events here in the center. So we have a prototype in play. The second Friday is online in Discord, April 10th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So again, that one is is casual. It's all in Discord. So basically, you pop in to our Discord channel that night. And we actually have this prototype and play category here at the bottom. And you'll start here in the prototype and play lobby room, and then you basically go down the line from room to room and just kind of share each other's games. So what I would do is I'll do an announcement in Discord and whatnot, and just let me know if you want a channel. We'll make you a channel. If you come here in the past, we'll revive your channel, because what we'll do is we will archive these, and then any new ones we'll make, and any old ones we'll revive back. So essentially, you have got the text channel to kind of add whatever you want, and then the voice channel to go in and share your games. You can share your video, you can share your desktop, all that good stuff, and it'll just kind of go from the top down. Cool. And then we have our GameDev meetup, which right now is online potentially, but I'm working to try to get us something in April. I know I'm trying to get more in-person events, but that will, no matter what, be the last Saturday, maybe Sunday, so 25th, maybe 25th, 6th if we need to push it to a Sunday, but from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep an eye out for that. It'll be just like this event. And then we have our community spotlight. So this is in-person online opportunities. This is clearly just for you guys to let us know, how can we support you, right? Are you streaming online? Are you releasing a game? Are you going to an event? Do you just want some thoughts on some ideas you want to brainstorm? How can we help coordinate and support that with you? We're not running those events necessarily, but if you want us to help you out, like, let us know. So you can, easiest way is to pop us in Discord, and you can just ping me. But if you want to do email, you can do info@thecogg.com. That goes to us as well. All right. So let's look at today's lineup. We have a decent amount today. So we have our announcements, news, and local events and stuff that happened and are happening next month. First up is going to be Rosefield Studios and Roblox Drift. As you may know, we've had him plenty of times, been doing some amazing updates, and we're going to do some progress updates on the Roads of Jura. And then we have, after that, Barely a Studio in Unreal. Haley's going to help us out, showcase their game 66 Malevolence Lane, and they're from Shawnee State. They actually popped out from Shawnee State into our prototype and play event at Game Arena this month. Had a lot of fun sharing their games, an amazing game, so we're going to go through some of that. Then we have our users' first web build from Pete, and I say Eric too, because Eric's been helping out. He's got a game called Tandemonium, which is like a two-person bike simulator, so we're going to do some updates on that. And then afterwards, we'll do an assortment of games, just kind of a little shout out for folks. And then you can join us in Discord. So this will be our icebreaker question of the month. What is the hardest game mechanic you've ever built or have played in a video game? And so just something fun to do. We don't have to answer that question. It's just something to talk about if people don't know what to talk about. Cool. All right. So we'll be going down the line. Oh, sorry. One more thing. I also just want to do a shout out if you guys are interested in the Unity user group. Definitely check that out. Eric from the Tandemonium game is helping to host that. Like I said, he works with Unity and has this new event that's usually the second or third. I think it's the third Wednesday of the month at Improving. Been a great event. He's also sharing some other events too that are Unity related, but it's a great open discussion if you really want to get more technical in Unity or just want to talk about Unity in general. This is a great group to go to. So another amazing Columbus group. And then we have GDEX coming up. This is going to be October 15th through the 18th at Cherry Valley Hotel. And they are still doing early discounts. So I'll keep mentioning this, but they have discounts from now through April 30th as the best savings, and then they kind of have a summer sale, and then they have a last chance discounts until September. They are currently looking for exhibitors. So if you want to be an exhibitor, hit the apply button at the top right, and then hit the exhibitor learn more, and then you can apply, and you can kind of see all the different breakdowns and costs and that stuff. I think the biggest thing about this event that I found really useful is that it will include free Wi-Fi. It will also include free parking, and to my understanding, electricity. Yeah. So electricity included, price, Wi-Fi available. Okay. So yeah, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong on that. And because I know you're helping with GDEX stuff, but that's one of the great benefits and one of the main reasons why they kind of moved too is that there's a lot more opportunities for you all to grow and not feel like you have to, pay a lot for electricity or whatnot. But yes, so cool. All right, and that's ever evolving, so we'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, I think let me see. Without further ado, I'm thinking we might start up. Let me double check my things, so I'll do kind of a little bit of a change over here. Cool. And I'm gonna look through my chats. I think first up we're gonna have Drift. So let me see if he's ready to go. I see him typing. I will share screen. Okay, cool. Sweet. So yeah, Drift, if you want to join the live room, you feel free to do so. I see Pete, you're on par too. Cool. All right. Let me see. We've got other people too. Nice. Welcome, welcome. Oh, hold on. Okay, go ahead and try again.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good, good. Okay, cool. We hadn't done the mic test yet. So, yeah, welcome, welcome. I am so glad to have you. I know it is always a little bit later on your end, but it's always really good to
I
have you,
mean,
Drift.
it's 6 p.m.
Oh, that's
for
not
me,
bad.
6:36.
I just don't
So
want
it's
you.
not that bad.
I don't want you waiting till the end of this program because sometimes like it'll get later and later. So,
The thing is that we're changing time from today and to tomorrow. So tomorrow we will be like an hour later.
oh, so
So yeah,
it'll be more like 7?
yes, yes.
Okay.
It will be
Wow.
7 p.m.
That's interesting that that happens then. I mean, because we just changed our clocks. What was it, last week or the week before? I lost an hour's sleep. And then I ended up being almost late for a thing because I was supposed to get dinner with my parents, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot to change the microwave clock. The gosh darn microwave clocks. Um, cool. Yeah, thanks Tom for sharing the GDEC stuff. All right, awesome. So, yeah, let's talk a little bit about your project. So you want to share your screen, right? Or do you want me to
Yep.
share anything? Okay, cool. So when you're ready, feel free to share that. I'll go ahead and we'll watch
Hold on.
that
Spoiler,
stream.
spoiler, spoiler.
Oh, spoilers, spoilers. We didn't say anything. I mean,
I
it's
will
an.
never get used to PowerPoint.
Oh, I know. I was gonna say anything that's in Polish, we won't know what it is, unless there are some Polish
Uh,
speakers.
Fortunately, there is no Polish in this presentation,
Okay.
so yeah. So I welcome everyone on today's presentation from Rosefield Studios. I'm Spalinowy, also known as Drift. I'm the CEO of Rosefield Studios. Today we will be sharing some sneak peeks with you that we've been publishing over this month. It's only Roads of the Jura, unfortunately. The county of Rosefield got kind of like pushed back a little because we're kind of like focusing on Roads of the Jura. So I think without further ado, we can begin. So the first teaser is Roads of the Jura Transport to the Clinic. The sneak peek features a Solaris Urbino 10.5 made by a modeler called Can and repainted by our developers in the ZKM library. So ZKM is like our public transport operator here in Zawiercie, because the game is a replica of the city. So yeah, uh, this particular sneak peek is the Zawiercie Clinic. Oh wait, I said that there is no Polish in this presentation. Of course there is. There are names.
There's some names. Well, how do
So
you how
this
do you
is the
say the bus stop again?
so this is Powstańców Śląskich.
Okay, cool.
It's a really hard name, but yeah.
I'd appreciate the pronunciation because you always poke fun at me when I'm like pronounce it. I'm like Polstonowski, and you're like, okay, yeah, sort of there, but not really. Yeah, but that's
So
really cool.
the sneak peek is here at the bottom, and at the top here we've managed to recreate it because
Oh,
the same bus was cruising down the road, so we just took a picture of it,
that's
and
cool.
it's really cool.
Oh, so the top one's a photo and the bottom one's your game. That's really good. Yeah, it's really good. You said you had a 3D artist working on that, Khan? Or was he working on something else, he or she?
So
They.
Khan made the bus model.
Okay. Yeah, great work. Looks awesome. Yeah, it's
Okay,
really cool.
so for the next sneak peek, we have something more recent, which we released uh, mm, that earlier week, the week before this week. So, no, wait, it's Saturday.
Yes.
This sneak peek was released this month.
Okay.
So this is Emila Zegadłowicza. It's a street that's around 853 feet long and features over 15 buildings. So here at the top you can see the sneak peek and at the bottom the real location. So this building itself, you can see that the colors are a little bit off here, but that's because this isn't the actual color of the building, it's dust. And if I were to make this much PNGs onto this wall, it would be, let's just say, very badly optimized.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
And just
and
to,
this
just
street,
I was gonna say just so people know in context, you're building this in Roblox, right? So most people
right?
may know that, but like if you guys are interested, Roblox is a neat like I almost consider it like a Lego like game that you can build stuff in. So there's a lot of processes like you would build in a game engine, in creating these
Oh,
assets.
hold on a second. I have to go AFK for a short while.
Oh, that's okay. I'll share your trailer videos. Does that work okay? So let me go ahead and share that. So if you guys are interested in the Rosefield Studio blog spot, you can take that. Take that! And you'll see some of the updates that he was talking about the roads of Jira. So if you want to see some of those updates like they were talking about, you can see some of those here. And any other past updates too. So, and then we have a little bit of a sneak peek trailer that I think he was talking about. I'll share that. Transport to the clinic teaser.
All right, I'm back.
I was showing your teaser. I don't know if that's too early, if you're planning on sharing it.
No, there are no sneak peeks typically. So there's just PNGs from Blogspot page
Okay.
at hold on a second, I have to what address was it? I think it was blogspot.rosefieldstudios.com or something
Yep.
like that.
I shared that in the chat.
All right, all
I'm
right.
on the ball, man. So yeah, you can see all your news and updates in there too. So cool.
Okay, so I think I can continue.
Yep.
So wait, we have the building number 13 here. This is the more the building on the left here,
Okay.
and the building number 15, which is behind the trees there. So yeah, as you can also see, there are power lines, which is something new. I mean, in the county of Rosefield, there were power lines too, but this power grid will be more realistic, probably because it's a replica. So yeah.
That's cool.
Um, Going further, are there any questions?
Let's see. I think it was more comments. It was like the third weeks the U.S. and Europe disagree on daylight savings is one of the true modern miracles. Yeah, because they do change. I didn't. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised that time zones change a lot. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any questions. I think just people enjoying the show. So, yeah, if you do, I know we're like always like a 30-second delay. If you guys do have questions, let us know. Happy to answer them. Tom says he's good. Cool.
Okay, so I don't think there are any questions. So yeah, that's it for today's presentation. Thank you for your attention and have a nice rest of your day.
Cool. All right. And if people want to learn more, like, what's the best place for people to learn more about it? Is it just, oh, you do post stuff in the COGG Discord channel, but you also have a Discord of your own, right? That you're posting to, or is that for a different game?
Yes, we also have a Discord server. I if Wesley could send a link to it,
Yeah.
I'll send I'll send a link to you on the DM page
Okay.
on Discord.
I can do that. Actually, yeah, just go ahead if you want, if you're online, just go ahead and post it in the chat. And oh wait,
Oh right, I could just do that.
sorry, that may not work because I forgot we don't allow links. So yeah, just send it to me
Oh
and I'll post it in the chat. I keep forgetting that.
right, because YouTube added this feature
Yeah,
that
it's probably
the
good.
channel.
It's probably good, but
I've heard they brought back DMing on YouTube.
okay.
I don't know if that's true, but
Hey,
I
Caleb.
heard that they added it.
Good. Yep. So I just posted that. So yeah, if you guys want to be a part of their Discord, go ahead and join that. But yeah, also like I mentioned, there's if you go into our Discord, go to share your games, you'll see a section for Roads Ajira right here, and pop up here on the left side, and you'll see all the updates that we were talking about today. So, awesome. All right. Thanks so much, Drift, for sharing, and keep us posted on your progress. Otherwise, yeah, we'll catch you again sometime soon.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
So yeah, again, have a nice rest of your day. I am going to log off for today. So yeah, bye.
All right. See you, Drift. All right. Cool. Well, I think next up, if we're ready, we have our game for the Barely a Studio in the Unreal Engine. So Haley, if you're listening, you're more than welcome to join us. They're going to be sharing from Shawnee State 666 Malevolence Lane. Like I mentioned, they shared this at our last event. So we'll be happy to kind of see how that works. Let me see if they're ready, and we'll get started. Otherwise, hold tight. I can present. Okay. Yes, I see, brother. I'll help you out. All right. Let me double check. There we go. Let's go ahead and
Hello.
switch back. Hello. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you doing?
Good. It's a great day to share games. I'm really excited about
It is.
this one because I know you have a whole team of people working on this game, right? From your class
We
and
do.
whatnot.
Yeah.
So cool.
All
Well,
right.
go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, what project you're working on, and any materials you want to talk about today.
Of course. Hi, everybody. My name is Haley McGee, and I am the producer for Barely a Studio. I'll kind of touch base more on what the game is and what our company is like and how we're structured and all that fun stuff in the presentation. But basic stuff. I'm a senior at Shawnee State University. I graduate in a month and a few weeks, so that's big. And we are working on a game that we are going to release very soon, and I'm really excited to share more about it with everybody.
Awesome. So yeah, let's see if I know I'm like doing a couple things, but yeah, let's see if we want to take a look at your presentation. Let me switch over to that. Cool. All right, we got you live.
All right, so I'll just get right into it. What am I here to talk about? I'm here to talk about our game in our studio. So, first of all, what the game is, a little razor statement. Trapped in a living and very hungry mansion, four classic horror victims must compete in minigame after minigame if they want to escape. It's everyone for themselves as they outrun, hide from, and manipulate the house's previous victims turned monster. Now, it's kind of a theatrical way to describe the game, so let me get a little more specific. It is a party game that's very, very minigame heavy, and one of our core experiences that we're trying to deliver is the spirit of friendly competition. So there will never be any minigame where we're encouraging teamwork or cooperation, no 2v2 or 3v1s. We just kind of want you to get into the spirit of throwing your controller at your friend's head, basically. And then we're also kind of going for a like 70 to 30 skill luck balance. Um, I think everybody's kind of familiar with party games that maybe have some random chance or random events. And while those can be fun, I've also been in a lot of situations where that's also really frustrating. So we kind of wanted to just remove that element and harp more on like learning the mini games and trying to be a little bit more skillful and actually doing your best to be able to win. And then, if you can tell already, we really want to have a spooky atmosphere that banks on classic and fun horror tropes for more of a spooky theming, kind of like Halloween or like Tim Burton rather than something like Jigsaw. And then finally, we really want kind of a fast but calm pacing. So there'll be a lot of mini games that are kind of fast paced. It only really should go longer than a minute or two if you're just really, really good at running away from a werewolf. And then, of course, we don't want you to get burnt out either. So there will be small breaks in between in this little area we call the hub. But continuing to move forward, I kind of want to touch on some of the ideas that came up behind 666 Melvin's Lane and how we arrived at the game that we wanted to make. First of all, we kind of wanted to change the pace because this did start out as a senior project and it is also definitely an independent project. And we like to do a little bit of market research and also just keep our eyes peeled. So we saw that a lot of the senior projects that have already come out of our university were a little bit shooter or hack and slash or just really fighting oriented. And although me personally, that's just not my kind of game, that was my personal opinion. That also kind of seemed to be the consensus of the group as well, because they just don't seem that interesting as like the capstone of your 4 years of education. So we just really wanted our game to have a more of a unique identity, something to stand out, and furthermore, if we were developing mechanics and visuals that were not similar to any of the things that we had been developing in previous years, that also tests us as developers to try to make something that is fresh and new and a little bit different. And then we really want to have a strong identity with our theme and blended genre that we love with something that isn't normally blended with it. At the time that we were planning, we were really inspired by previous horror games that were really successful, like namely, Repo was extremely popular when we were in our pre-production phase. And I also just feel like in general, in previous years, a lot of horror games have been getting a lot of traction and doing very well. And then we also just kind of thought about multiplayer, the friend slop genre, as people seem to love to call it, and kind of those classic feelings of growing up and sitting on the couch to play a party game with your family or your friends. We really enjoyed that as well. So naturally, we decided we were just going to blend the two and see where it went. And so this also played a lot into our mechanics. We didn't want to clone another game particularly. Like I know I've kind of been alluding to Mario Party a lot, obviously. But we wanted to move away from the board game aspect, try to do something different. Maybe the board game style was just not the most interesting thing to us, and put more of a focus on individual mini games, kind of a little more in the WarioWare vein, but not quite. Because that's really the meat of a party game, I feel like, is the mini games. So eventually we kind of arrived at a mechanic style that was less player versus player because although you are trying to be the best, you're not necessarily fighting against each other. You are fighting against these monsters that inhabit this house and you're trying to beat them and be better. And if you happen to be better at your friends than beating them, the better. So, a little bit more about what our studio is. Basically, we're all in our senior year, and at least at our university, everybody does a senior project. And if you choose to do the larger group project, you will go through a pre-production class in the spring semester of your junior year, and then you basically have a whole year to accomplish whatever it is that your idea is. A lot of people who go through this process uh, choose to kind of make it more of a portfolio-oriented thing, which isn't a bad thing at all, of course, to try and build something strong and be able to put it on your resume and say, hey, this is something that I've put together. Um, but we wanted to do a little more than that and be more ambitious. So we decided let's establish a studio. Let's read the legalese. Let's go for a full publication. And so far, we are definitely on track to do that, I believe. And we will be going for full release on Steam and itch on April 15th. So, what is that, 3 weeks from now? um, But so, with that kind of ambition also came some limitations, especially for the artists, needing to change from some of the paid programs that we were familiar with and we had been learning to programs that were more friendly or free to use or would let us use their products, basically. And what I mean by the artists specifically is that they are taught how to use Maya. And of course, Maya is a great tool. Everybody knows Maya. But Maya is also very productive and very expensive. So that was not going to work for an independent published project. They would have pounced on us with their lawyers if we had tried to do that. So they switched over to Blender, and then we had to watch our toes in a couple of other places. Our design lead, Elliot, who I believe is watching the stream, kind of became our business lead as well. He ended up reading all these EULAs and working with some of our professors and his father, who works in a lot of business stuff, to make sure that whatever we did was not going to get us in horrendous legal trouble. um, Thank you, Elliot, because I couldn't do that. And he is in chat, and he said full release is 18 days from now. Thank you. um, so, with those kind of two rules and caution tape all over the floor, it's forced us to just change our approach to game development a little bit. Just very cautious, very slow, and if we have to learn a new program, you have to learn a new program. Um, and then I also want to talk about kind of how our group works together and our structure. This is kind of something that was defined by our professors and is defined for most groups. We have one producer, that's me, and then three leads underneath the producer, which is our design lead, our art lead, and our technical lead. I believe at least two or three of those are in the chat right now. And then our team kind of gets divided into two main parts. So our programmers and our artists, because that's also how our majors are divided. You can be an art game programmer or you can be a game artist. And then, there's a couple of subdivisions under that. Like some of the artists are also working on music. Some from both sides are working on our socials, stuff like that. But basically, those on top assist our team by kind of assigning tasks and planning out. This is the roadmap. This is what needs to get done in this time frame. Blah blah blah. And we try to avoid micromanaging, which gives people a lot of uh, I forgot the word authority, I guess, over what they do. It kind of brings them a sense of self accomplishment and let them figure it out. Um, and then we get the freedom to kind of focus on our own tasks because even though we are leading and if we're doing business stuff or discussions, whatever, we still also have regular tasks to do as programmers and artists. But of course, what's a lead if you don't have to step in when necessary? We aren't afraid to do that. I've had to do it plenty of times. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but it is what it is. And then something that we've learned is really, really important is both accountability and flexibility and how you work together. So basically, how we work together is we already have these set in-person work days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 to 3 hours at a time, just working on the project. Some of us come in on additional days and do more work in person. Sometimes we have to work online, and then we also have, a whole little Discord server where we talk to each other online, as we often find is very needed. All these things come together to be a very vital way to move our project along the way it needs to be moved. And we've also learned it's very important to just make sure you're considering everyone's solutions and not overcomplicating things. If you talk about the issues that you're having in development or a programming thing that you're trying to figure out or how to build a level or whatever it is, usually at least talking in person, even if it doesn't bring you closer to solution, which is rare, will at least kind of teach you something about how to talk to each other or maybe something that you didn't know somebody else was doing, their approach to stuff. Basically, what I'm getting at is being open with the team about what you're doing and being willing to put in the work and the extra time is our best way of moving forward. So, in the end, our little studio, barely a studio, named after the Shawnee Bears, was created as we wish it to not just be a typical senior project, but something we can point at and say, we made this whole game. We've gone through the entire full process of game development from planning to publication, and we're pretty proud of ourselves. So, with a lot of that cleared out the way, I did want to go ahead and boot up the demo that we had out at COGG again, just because it is definitely our most stable demo, and also it has player AI, so I don't have to try and play 4 people at once. So just give me a second and I can get that pulled up.
That's great. And while you're doing that, just a shout out to Shawnee State to be able to give you guys the opportunity to grow in this way. I mean, not to say that you all have done a lot of work. The bulk of it's probably on what your team's been able to do. But I think it's really cool to see, that kind of support, come through this. So, yeah, great.
We're really appreciative of our professors. I'm pretty proud with where our project is.
I was gonna say, is Travis one of your professors?
Yeah,
Travis who came out?
Travis specifically, He teaches some of the underclassmen courses, but he mostly is kind of the senior project guy.
Okay.
And I think he was definitely a good choice for that because he's put us in touch with you guys.
Mm,
He sent some of us to GDEX, stuff like that. He gets stuff moving for us.
that's great. Yeah. This is already looking so funny. I love this. I personally want
So
more
this is
couch co-ops games, so I'm very excited for this.
yeah. That is something that maybe I forgot to mention that is a little unique about our game. Hope this isn't too disappointing, but it is entirely couch co-op. We don't have online support. This is designed to sit on the couch with your bros and just have a good time together.
I personally love that, if I'm being honest. But you know, that's me as a player. We'll see what publishers say, but um, this is already looking like a lot of fun. So yeah, talk to us a little bit more what's going on here.
Yeah, so this was actually the first minigame that got hashed out by our tech lead, Cami. I love Cami, she's so good. And this is basically just an iteration on hide and seek. You find hiding spots throughout the room, jump at them before the monster comes out. He will randomly select one of the spots if nobody's loose and destroy it, potentially killing the person inside. If you don't find a spot, you get killed regardless, obviously. Oh yeah, Elliot did mention a good point. We are hoping that this works well with Steam Remote Play for those people who do really want to be able to play online with their friends. We should be getting pretty close to testing that soon, but there is also a small complication in that Shawnee Wi-Fi is kind of a struggle. Like I know my art lead Michael was texting me last night and was like, "Do you want to stream from the library, or do you think your dorm Wi-Fi is going to be okay?"
Yeah,
Oh crap!
definitely had that issue before publishing content went together. Yeah, I mean we've had to
That
go
was a
into
weird one.
cafes sometimes to do final builds.
Oh yeah. I am so sorry, but someone's ringing my doorbell, which probably means it's one of my residents because I'm a resident assistant. So
Oh,
I'll be really fast. I'll be
no,
right
that's
back.
okay. Yeah, leave it up and we'll watch a little bit. Um, yeah, so some of the things that, you know, I thought was really great about the event that we had at Game Arena is that, um, you know, Travis and the group had brought everybody over as kind of like a way to kind of get involved in networking. So definitely, I mean, this is, you know, a good example, like a way to share your game to a group. Um, so this is kind of cool to see it kind of come to full fruition, where you're showing it on live in person, now you're showing it online, and being able to share your game even more. So that's really building that community as you guys are building the game is really great. So cool.
So turns out it was the um, Department of Public Safety officer checking my fire extinguisher.
Oh.
So that's good timing.
Well, good, good. I mean, it's good reason, I guess, to come in, make sure it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. What I miss?
Tell them you're working on games. Tell them more important things.
I did have a few takeaways I was going to get back to once we
Sure.
were kind of happy with looking at the demo. I don't know. I'm going to guess they haven't gone to the little potion making game yet, but
Not that I
it's
saw. They
kind
were
of
in a
hard to
room.
control the AIs.
So this is just literally going through all the different like mini games, right? Like
Um, this one goes through our like strongest 3 mini games,
okay.
but we should have 9 or more mini games at release.
That's
There's
cool.
2 right now that are still in development that I'm a little worried about. But if they get done, we would have 10, 11, something like
That's
that.
great.
In the 10 range. But yeah, just spooky,
So
spooky
like
little party game.
in this one, is it that you're just trying to hide in a spot that the monster can't get you?
Yeah, and then he just picks a random one,
Okay.
unless you didn't make it to a spot, which the AIs aren't so good at all the time.
Sure. Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll try to go to the same spot and then they don't have enough time to run to another one, which, to be fair, can also happen when you play with your friends.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and that's to say too, you built this in the Unreal Engine, right?
Yes.
So all those who are Unreal savvy. Be kind of cool if you have any questions about some of the things you're seeing. I think the main thing I see is like, um, what was like your workflow in terms of, folks working on the project. Do you guys host it on something like Perforce, or
Yeah.
you
So
do?
our university, I'm so sorry, it bothers me. Sometimes when we build, the players can't run on max speed, so if anybody knows why, we would appreciate it. Actually, I
Yeah,
think we solved that issue yesterday. JK. What was I going to say? We do use Perforce. Starting junior year, programmers start doing some group projects in the game engines, and they give us access to the university's Perforce license as our form of version control.
that's great.
Um, but even when we didn't, we host a lot of game jams, and people use GitHub a lot for those game jams.
Yep.
So at some point or another, you're kind of forced to learn how to use version control. And I think the artists as well eventually have a group project where they also have to learn how to use Perforce. And we basically just use Perforce's system, check out your stuff, submit it with a little report of what you changed. Don't try to work on something that somebody has checked out. Basic stuff like that.
Yeah, it's funny
Um,
because
and then
I've
if
seen.
you do need to use the same file, you just talk about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen that in a multitude of different games at COG. Where you can definitely save it, especially if it's one person. You can save it locally and update it as you need to. But having kind of a check-in, check-out helps to document the progress. And then if you have questions like, "Ooh, something
Definitely.
broke," you can revert back and all that. And you have a save spot.
Which we've definitely had to do a few times.
Yes, I bet. So is this the
So
potion
this
one?
game's just they're yeah. This is one I kind of programmed and I'm quite happy with it. They basically have these little potions that they're trying to make by submitting the ingredients in that book above their cauldron. If they get all the ingredients done in time, they turn invisible so that the monster can't see them. But again,
Oh.
they're AIs. They're not very smart.
Dang,
I hope the
savage.
audio is okay.
I mean, I can hear it, yeah.
um,
Let us know if you can hear. If you hear hilarious
I just hope it's not too
screaming,
loud. Rather.
no, it's not. I mean, not on my end. So it's probably coming in through okay because it's going through the headset.
So those were the 3 games that are in that build, but like I said, we have a few more. Um, we have one where you're just trying to shove these vases and keep them from falling over because we noticed players really love shoving each other whenever we demoed it. So we're like, let's just make shoving a game, you know?
That's great. No, I love that.
Let's we have ones where you're in this dark room with flashlights and you're trying to get each other caught in the light so that they get caught by the monster. Just stuff like that. Simple little ideas, but people seem to have a lot of fun with, which makes me happy. But if we're done kind of looking at this portion, I can go to my takeaways and then kind of open the floor to any questions people might have
Yeah.
or things like that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Right. Let me
Yes, I mean, obviously looking really, really cool. So.
Thank you. I'm really happy with where we've been able to get. So let's see.
Cool.
All right. Are we up?
Yep.
Okay. And so I'm on the wrong slide. These were kind of the key takeaways that I thought might be good to share, especially for anybody else who might be looking up to start a small studio, especially if you're starting it with your friends. We're a group of about 20, and we all, in your programs and your artists, they know each other better before coming into the project, but over the course of the year, we've all gotten pretty close with one another, so things are friendly, but you kind of have to be careful with that. Which brings me to my first point, is how to communicate.
Yes.
Because we were so friendly and like casual and we're just little students or whatever, we weren't the most professional with how we were communicating about the game or the development process in the beginning. Um, Sometimes people just send like emojis or GIFs, or they would tease each other, which I'm especially guilty of because that's what I do to all my friends for some reason. But it was starting to cause friction because things were just getting communicated clearly or properly, or people were getting carried away with their emotions, whatever. So we learned rather quickly that setting some conversation standards when you're working in a group like this can be pretty important to making sure everything just gets communicated the way that it needs to. Um, and kind of along that same vein, we did mature a lot over the year, which I feel if you're working on a really serious project, maturity is going to be pretty important. I don't know how obvious that is, but
Yes, I
just
agree.
saying it.
Well, there's
um,
growth to be
because
had because like I think people want to make a game because it's cool, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's like one of the core values you have. Like you think that, I mean, maybe you have an idea you like, or you have things you want to push, and you know it is fun to do. But then like when you're thinking about your core objective, which is to make this game and have people play it, like you have to kind
mm,
of make sure that that becomes the focus, right? And there's still times to have fun. You know, you're still hanging out with people and you're still making some cool stuff and you're learning and but, you know, I think there's something to be said about like, okay, like cool, let's make sure that we can focus the time and effort and owe it to ourselves to make sure that we're focusing on creating a really cool project that people are going to have fun over, right? So when you start to
yeah,
say that, like I think that's, you know, I've seen that at least in maturing over the years kind of concept where you say, hey, you really want to make this game, let's really focus in and how can we do that? Um,
yeah. Um, because I know I've seen it in a lot of people when they come into our program in their first year. They just maybe joined gaming because they're like, oh, I love playing video games. It's going to be so fun. And then learning how to program, learning how to model, whatever it is, that can be really humbling.
yeah,
The level of difficulty people might not expect there to be.
yeah. Yeah, there was
um,
a story one
but
time where someone in our group had said that they had known someone who was literally a rocket scientist and then decided to jump the career into games and was like, "Wow, rocket science is not as hard as games sometimes." Because of like all the
really,
multitude. Well, yeah, I'm not saying that maybe one to one it's not as easy, but if you think about like
right,
all the
but
different mechanics and like groups of professions that you have to maintain and sometimes
mm,
tight deadlines and you know getting feedback from players and getting feedback from publishers, like there's a lot more to it than you think. It's not to say that getting into games isn't worth it. I think definitely maybe people start to realize if it's for them or not, if they're actually going to try to do this as a full-time thing. But there's a lot of things to
mm,
keep in mind, and I think that that's one of the great things about games is that you're connected with amazing artists, you're connected with amazing technical developers, project managers, people who, you know, are able to take a design and make it like super clear and fun and engaging. You know, there's so many professions that you're going to learn from this that I think that's one of the most fun parts, but it does have some challenges sometimes, more than I think people realize.
absolutely.
So, yeah,
Yeah, because the first 2 or 3 years you're learning how to do the thing on your own, and then you do your senior project or you do game jams, and then you have to learn. Are they mowing? You have to learn how to be an accountable team manager, or team member. You have to learn how to talk to other people. You have to
yeah,
learn how to work with deadlines, all that stuff. I think that was really important for some of our team members to learn.
yep, yep, yeah. And what I really appreciate is that your team seems to understand like creating this core foundation of like understanding that like some of the goal is to actually publish this game, so let's build a framework. Even, you know, it doesn't sound like fun, but like building the framework of like the legal aspect of it is important. And you know,
It is.
I'm not going to say that's the first thing you need to do, but there should be an initial clear understanding like if we decide to sell this, what do we actually need to make that happen, right? And it doesn't have to
Mhm.
be like all set in stone, but just kind of setting a clear expectation that like, hey, if you're going to work on this, like let's make sure to keep track of your hours or, you know, keep an understanding of how we want to split up, you know, the funds if you want to do this. Do you want to do a game
Mhm.
afterwards? Do you want to just do the prototype and say see ya. Like all those things should be kind of clearly written out or discussed at least, so that everybody's kind of comfortable and on the same
They
page.
were.
Yeah, that's good. That's good because I think a lot of
Multiple
people don't
long
do that.
conversations about all those topics.
Yeah, that's great. Because it removes a little bit of conflict later. I mean, there's always like topics of
Yeah,
discussion, but it does help, I think, overall.
mhm,
Um, so cool.
definitely. Just in the pre-production class, the question of if we wanted to do more, if we were going to commit to that, that was a big conversation.
Yeah,
That took some time and some work.
yeah,
Um, I think I'm personally glad that we decided to. I don't know if everybody on the team shares the sentiment, but I'm I'm happy that we did. I think it taught us a lot.
that's great.
Um, so then my next point was kind of comfort and sacrifices, by which I mean discomfort really of getting out of the comfort zone. Um, so doing the hard parts or killing your children, as some of our professors like to put it.
Sure. Yeah.
um, we just found that to kind of be an inevitable part of project creation. So like for me personally, like I said, a lot of these people are my friends. I want to be friendly with them. We've been hanging out for a few years now, but having to have those conversations, put my foot down, whatever, that was really uncomfortable. Um, sometimes it still is. I'm not entirely used to it still.
Yeah.
And then some other things like with the killing your children, I've seen it happen a few times, especially at least on the programmer side. You start trying to figure out how to do something, and after some discussion with other people or research or whatever, you realize you're just not doing it the way that needs to be done, and you got to scrap it and you got to start over. And that sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah. There's
Like I
some.
know
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I personally, I decided I'd try my hand at being the audio engineer, and I wanted
Yeah.
to use Fmod
Oh
because
yeah.
when I was at GDEX, I talked to the Spit It Out team, and they were some pretty cool people um, who
That's
really
cool.
recommended it. And I spent a few weeks fighting with it. It was fighting with like our version control, like it kept trying to make files and like
Yes.
push them, and like I don't know, I couldn't. After like 2 weeks of that and like telling people, oh, do this, oh, pull this, I was like, I'm just gonna take it out. This is slowing me down. It's slowing down the team. I can't keep doing this.
You were describing exactly what I was just gonna say, which is, if it's not working, like, it may just need removed, at least for the time being, right? Like,
Mm,
you can always
yeah.
go back to different, you know, processes and projects. Maybe it's, there for another project or that, you can do it later when you have a better
Mm,
understanding of how it might fit. But at the end of the day, like you got to think of the game as a whole, right? And your contribution is a part of that. It's an important part of that contribution. But like, think of it less as, well, what did I do and did my project get in and this, that, or the other? It's like, well, we're
yeah.
kind of like combining our minds together to make this really cool game, this cool project, and that your contribution has helped to build that. Even if it meant that you killed your children as part of that, you went down that path and discovered, okay, this isn't working here. How can we design this, revise this so that we can build something that does make the game more complete, better in a sense. Um, and overall it does make for a better product, right? It makes for a better game.
Absolutely.
And if you can get yourself in that mindset, it's really going to help you along the way. And honestly, like even in a team, if you're willing to be like, hey, I understand this isn't working, let's talk about what we can do to make this better, you're going to go far. I think that's one of the hardest things for
Yeah.
people to understand coming from this type of project in product or whatnot, is that you can hold on to these things so much. But if you can be like, okay, I see where you're coming from. Let's let this go. Let's talk about how we can resolve it. You're gonna go far. I really do think
Mhm.
so. Um,
That's
my
extremely well
someone
put.
Pete said the mind melts to make the art. I love it. Yeah, there's a mind melt. Sometimes a good one, sometimes a tiring one, but it's all for the greater good. Um, cool.
Absolutely. Totally.
Yeah.
Um, and my last point was kind of simple. Might be a little obvious, but it's one of my key parts that I always try to make sure I'm doing as the producer. Was it's just simple acts of kindness. Some of the projects that we've seen come through the university started to fall apart because of team dynamics. Like one project I saw, uh, it was a largely accountability issue. Like what you said with time cards, we actually do little time cards
Yeah, that's
just to
funny.
like, I worked on this for this many hours on Wednesday or whatever. Um, they were kind of having issues with people who were not willing to come in and do the work, or they weren't communicating, and some people were ending up having to shoulder more than others, and that caused a lot of friction. Naturally, it probably would cause friction for any team, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
Um, so I try to make sure that whatever we're doing, whenever the next deadline is, that people are relatively happy.
yeah.
So, I got everybody's birthdays from them. I make sure to get them a little treat and a balloon and sing happy birthday. um, we throw little parties. Like, our game's a very Halloweeny game. I made sure that we had a Halloween party. I got a little Pizza
That's
Hut.
great.
It didn't last for very long because it was a little Pizza Hut, but
That's
um,
cool.
or even just, you know, making sure you say thank you, and your MVPs, making sure they feel appreciated. If someone's working late into the night, just making sure those people who are putting in the extra effort and they're going the extra mile are getting the recognition that they deserve. All
Yeah,
of that, I think, has really improved team dynamics. Especially, like I said, with us being split into two, I have gotten so much more acquainted with the artists and especially my art leads. And I'm so happy that they did because we're all pretty cool people. And we sometimes, not right now because I have 20,000 programming labs to do, we'll just meet up and play games. And that alone makes me so happy that we like to do that. And
yeah.
we're not just, oh, project time, you know?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think that we kind of forget that, we just almost assume because we're working on the project that we're having a good time 100% of the time, but to give the chance to say that, oh, I appreciate the work that you put into this, because it can be tough, right? It can be a lot of work. I think people do
Oh,
find
yeah.
that games can be more work than they anticipate, and just a small, like, thank you or, like you said, a remembrance of their birthday, like, it makes it feel more of that human aspect of like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing this because I want to and I think it's fun, but it's nice to know that someone appreciates it too. It's kind of that check-in, like, how are you doing? You know that I see what you're
Yeah.
coming from, I see what you're doing, and appreciate that. And it does go a long way. Little stuff does go a long way. And it's not about just like the corporate, like everybody we're gonna pay you pizza parties. Like that's not about it. It's just saying like, hey, I thought that what you did on this project with, the mechanic was really clever, and I appreciate you putting your input in that. Or I saw that you were struggling and having a hard time getting into working through things, but I know that you're going in the best that you can, and that you're now revising and adding your proof of concept in, or your art or your music or whatever it is, and I appreciate you
Yeah.
taking the time to make that effort. Like I think people kind of second guess themselves, especially in a project that's new to them like this,
Mm.
and they may say like,
Hmm.
am I even doing anything right? Like, and you just saying, I just appreciate you doing this or that can go a long ways, I think. So, um, yeah, I'm glad you're putting
Yeah.
that in there too, because games can be, man, really really draining. As fun as
Oh
they
God.
are, they can be
Yeah.
really draining to make sometimes. Especially as I've
Hmm.
seen in game projects at COGG or at game jams, they can put a wonder on you. So
Oh yeah. Um, I love doing game jams. I do every game jam that our university provides.
that's cool.
But in those last 2, 3 hours before submission, I try not to, but sometimes I become a terrible person.
Oh, I know, I
So,
know.
like on our very first one that we did with uh three of my friends that are now my closest friends, it was like literally 10 minutes to submission, and we were not ready. And my friend who had like registered the page
Yeah.
and needed to do the submission, it wouldn't let her do it because her email was not verified.
Oh no.
And we were all like crowded around the laptop, and she just said, I don't know how to verify my email. And I don't, that just made me so reactive. I like literally yelled at her, like, how do you not know how to verify your email? And
Oh wow.
she's like, I don't know. Like, you've done it so many times. So,
Yeah. Well, and those are kind of the toll gates you go through, I think. As you're learning through these processes, I found working in product because I do games, but I also do e-learning on this on as my day job. Is as you learn these things, these processes, these techniques, these ways of working, that you get better at them over time, and you learn new things, and it kind of becomes this tool belt of things. So then it's like, okay, we're gonna do another game jam, but we're gonna do this, this, and this time, right? And
Yeah,
it may
absolutely.
be helpful. It may also be entirely different the next time, but at least the hope is that you're gearing towards, a more like smooth process or whatnot. So I always think that it's
Mhm.
always good to do them as much as you can because it's practice that helps you learn what to
It
do
is.
next time,
Yeah.
right? So, and that's to say, like, whatever you decide to do with this game, I hope you guys, can work together if you decide you want to, and make your next game too, like, and learn from this one,
Yeah.
and make an even better game. Um, Not as cool as this one because this is as good as it gets, man. But if you were to make a better one, I know you guys could do it. So
We are actually, there have been a lot of pretty serious talks about continuing to work with Fairlia Studio after this game.
that's great.
We want to put some touch-ups on this after release and then
Sure.
maybe move on to something new.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we've managed to like most of us like each other quite a lot. So I imagine most of us will stay with the project. And I am also pretty excited to see whatever we come up with next and hopefully maybe have a smoother experience.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and that's to say, like, I mean, you can always improve this project too. I mean, it's your IP, right? Like, you can add, other,
Hmm.
mini games to it if you like, and quality of life improvements. So there's
Yeah.
always that aspect too. But like, yeah, I mean, that's great. You guys are even talking about that too, because that helps get people in the mindset, like what ifs and what we may want to do with that next. So yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So those were kind of my key takeaways I was going to cover.
Okay.
But um, if people are interested, we are up on Steam. We've been up on Steam for a few weeks now. Um, and I think last Elliot checked, we were actually up to like 200 or so wish lists, which is really exciting.
That's cool.
uh, very, very happy about that.
Yeah,
I'm also going to go
congratulations.
ahead and put
That's
us
that's
up and
amazing. That's really cool. Let
also
me
went ahead and
see.
put us up in shameless plugs for anybody who's not here right now. Um,
Yeah, go ahead and do that
that's
and
the
I'll
project.
share it in the chat. Because that was the one thing I was going to ask you is if you happen to have, of course my mouse is like always acting weird, but there we go. Takes a while to link to the Bluetooth. But I was going to
Mm,
ask if there's anything you want me to share, and this is the one. So I'll go ahead and share that.
thank you.
Yep.
And thank you for letting us come and present. I'm really happy to have been able to do this and have
Yeah.
a little chat with you.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah, keep us posted. If you guys want to do like share it in our channel, or if you guys make a Discord, or if you do a promotion,
Mhm.
let us know and we'd be happy to kind of help share that. Whatever makes sense for you all, if we can help in any way. Like I always like to tell people, like we're just a group of volunteers helping each other out. Um, but if it's just like sharing the project or getting a platform to share, like that makes our day. It's great to see the progress. Um, and we're very excited to see where you were at. Excited to see the game when it's released, and yeah, I'm just really happy you get a chance to kind of share this. So
Thank you.
cool. Let me see if there's
I
any
also did
last.
just post our little community Discord link.
Oh, good, great. Okay,
I almost
let me share that too.
slipped my mind a little for a second there.
Yeah. I don't know. Am I on that? I can't remember. I will if I can. It's funny because I've got so many Discord channels that I have to sometimes get out of them.
I have mine in folders.
Me too.
The very micromanaged Discord
Yep.
servers.
Yeah, you kind of have to be. There's so many of them. Um,
Yeah.
cool. All right, I posted that there. Let me see if there's. I don't think there was any questions, but there was just some comments on. It's 18 days from now for a full release. Um, looks like outside of Steam Remote Play, but we'll have some issues with it and Wi-Fi. So yeah, it just depends. Networking is tough unless you literally bake it into every aspect of the game from the very start of the prototype. Yeah. Well, and
why
that's
we
to say
didn't
too,
do
you
it.
guys were trying to get access to Wi-Fi to kind of move files around too, right? That was maybe also part of
Mhm.
the Wi-Fi question and topics. Um, and yeah, yeah, I think that was it. So, but if you do have more
Yeah.
questions for Haley, let us know in Discord. It's probably one of the easiest ways. There are, what is it? Blue. What is it? Your username is Green Wings, not Blue Wings. Green Wings.
Yes.
You can message Haley. They have a couple folks. I just noticed in the Introduce Yourself channel, we have a couple folks from Barely Game Studio, and
My leads.
yes, your leads. So making an appearance too. So cool. All right. Well, thanks so much for sharing. This
Thank
has
you
been
again.
wonderful. And just let us know when you have that release, and we'll be happy to share it along too. So
Will do.
cool. All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much. We'll catch you soon, and have a great rest of your day. And we'll bring up
You
our
too.
next presentation. All right. So next up, if available, I know Pete, you're on the stream. If you would like to join the live channel, we have your show ready to go and talking about Steam release. I'll go ahead and share this. At the very least, we'll talk about it. So, Tandemonium is a dual player game on Steam if you'd like to see it. I think right now they're just doing beta testers, so you might have to do a request, but I'll let Pete talk about that if he's able to join. Let me see. Yep,
I
you
am
are
here, I
here.
think.
Wonderful.
Right.
Cool.
Hey, yeah. We're doing a playtest on Steam, and you're all welcome to join and experience it with us if you'd like.
D-
And Wes, if you want to like grab it, I'd love for you to show it
Yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. So I've got it downloaded on Steam. So I've got a local copy, but there's a online one too, right? Is there like a preference
So
on people getting access to
so
it?
they're both online on Steam, right? So you
Oh,
can actually
okay.
play with multiplayers across Steam. So when you
Okay.
sign up for the playtest on Steam, when you request access for it, you'll actually get 3 invites that you can invite other people on Steam
Oh,
to
okay.
actually do the game too. And so I was gonna I actually was just talking to Eric and talking to him about doing the multiplayer with you, but I'd rather you just like run the solo at first,
Okay.
and then we'll see if maybe you can connect with Eric and do a game because he's
Sure.
outsourcing to us right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Cool. So let me go ahead. I'll just do the online one. Can I share the one? It says free play 2026. Is that the one I can share? Like the one that's on
Well,
your
I prefer if you did it on Steam actually. If you just
Steam?
share your
Okay.
screen and do it on Steam. Do
Yeah, I
you
can do
have it
that.
on Steam?
Yep, I have both.
Yeah,
I have all the things. Let me go ahead and
all the things.
yeah, let me just close this up. Now I have access to this because I'm a beta tester. Is that right? Let me go ahead and switch
So
my.
if you have it on in your Steam library today, right?
Yes.
You
Yep.
have it because you're considered a play tester, right?
Yes.
And what you do is if you anybody who's listening wants to be a play tester, just go to Steam and go to the Steam page for Tandemonium. It's a tandem bike that creates pandemonium and chaos, right? And when you go there, you'll see a request access,
Yes.
and you just click on that link, and you will get after that, you'll get an email that has like an approve code such in it that you will see it in your Steam library right away, or a few minutes later, or whenever I get around to approving it. But you got yours today, right?
Yep. Yep. So I got that on screen. I'm actually gonna. I didn't know if there was a way to turn down the volume, but I'm gonna go ahead and mute the music just because I.
Go ahead and mute it.
Yep.
Yeah, in the controller game, there's not a way to turn it down yet,
Yep.
but it's coming.
Yeah.
So, are you sharing your screen?
I am. Should be. Let me double check.
Oh, it's me. I'm like paused on the live stream. That I'm muted. So I'm trying to catch up with you here.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on. Awesome, you're in. And there's
Yep.
your like Steam avatar in
Yep.
too. And you're using the controller.
Yep.
And yeah,
I've
just
got
go ahead and
my.
play a solo ride. You know what? One thing feedback that, and I'll just say it because I know I've already gotten 2 people that have pointed this out. If you use your left and right bumpers
Uh-huh.
there, Wes, you should see
Oh, there you go.
the you see what do you see?
I see the bike color changing.
I don't see it changing on YouTube. I'm guessing that
It's
others
30
don't. There it
seconds
is.
behind
Now
at
it's coming.
least. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great. Yeah, there it is now. Yeah. So you're selecting your color and bike, and you'll get to there it is, like the locked bikes too that are behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
Birthday Express.
And those, yeah, yeah.
That's cool. I like
Those are
the.
like behind the scenes. If you when you win with the other bikes, you unlock the what I call the holiday bikes
Oh,
behind the
okay.
scenes.
Yeah, I like the names of them. It's like Banana Delivery and Jungle Cruiser for green, Banana for yellow, obviously, Ocean Breeze, Cherry Bomb, Marmalade Express, Grandma's Classic is the great one.
I think it's cut off on the video stream, I think,
Oh,
at the
is it?
top. Yeah, like what he's showing everybody is the different color bikes each have their own unique names,
Oh, let me
like
see.
related to the color. And you can kind of see them flash on the screen there with the one that's locked. That is the, I think the Birthday Express one that's locked. You can see all the ones that lock it, because those are all the races and the bikes that you have to use to unlock those.
All right, I'm gonna.
But whenever you want to, man. Like I thought you could just try a solo ride with a
Sure.
joystick. You haven't played yet, have you?
I played
Like
last
as of
time
today,
in our last
like a
online
week or
of
two ago,
this,
right?
but it's definitely been updated.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but
You
yeah, I
haven't played
can.
like the Steam version since I've
Yeah.
done all those changes.
So I'm in
I would love
this.
to like watch you play, and then
Yeah.
maybe even have Eric do a ride together with it and with you.
Yeah, I guess. Would you rather me? Yeah, let me try this so you can see me live, because I'm just playing it here, but I'm gonna share my desktop. So let me go ahead and do that. I just gotta do that in Discord, because then you can see a little bit more accurate timing.
Okay, I was just watching YouTube like everybody was.
Yeah, you can do that, but then now if you look on Discord in our chat channel, there should be a share your screen or share like watch my screen. So now you should be able to see it a little bit more accurately. Let me know if you can see me moving around the solo ride.
I do.
Okay,
You
cool.
there?
Awesome. Okay. So you want me to go through the tutorial first?
I say go for it. Why not? Like it calibrates. It's primarily for the gyro. So actually, since you don't have a gyro, you're an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do Grandma's house.
Okay.
That one, it's already selected. Just so everybody knows who's listening. So this is kind of an experiment for me, like on the input devices too. So it's not only joystick, but you can play with your gyro on like a PlayStation DualSense, right? That
That's
comes with the
cool.
PlayStation 5. So you can play with that and use the
Oh,
gyro to
I just
actually
got an
manage the tilt
Xbox.
and balance of the game. And when you have a gyro controller, you'll see it like pop up underneath the joystick, and you'll actually have both there available to you.
Oh,
So you can
okay.
like turn off the joystick if you want and just play with the gyro, or you can turn off the gyro and just play with the joystick. Keyboard works too. I think Kayla was the
My
first one to use it on a keyboard and was
right.
extremely frustrated. And then Wes told me like
My
the whole like up and down was awful.
yeah, my keyboard doesn't have a gyro, unfortunately. I would love to see a keyboard that does though. That would be hilarious. um, and I do have a PlayStation 5 controller, but I don't have it synced to my computers, but I'll definitely have to try that out. Um,
Yeah, and it may have to be wired on USB.
Oh, okay.
USB-C.
Yeah.
Like if you plug it in by USB-C, then it will work great.
Okay.
I have not tested over Bluetooth on
Yeah.
the gyros controller yet, and I'm
And
thinking that does not work.
I just saw that Eric is on, so let's do solo real quick so we can get an idea of it, but then maybe you can get Eric to work on it. Analog keyboards,
Yeah.
Tom says, are a thing now. Anything is possible, Wes. Really? Does
That's
it need to
awesome.
be a thing? Of course Tom knows that. Of course he knows that. Alright, are you
So
ready to get
you
started?
picking up. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Like
Yeah.
you picking up your keyboard reminded me of one thing. I
Yeah.
like just 2 days ago. A friend of mine has this is called an Asus ROG
Yes.
Tesser, I think it's called,
Yes.
and it is for mobile devices. Tessen, Tessen,
My
Asus
friend
ROG
has
Tessen.
one. He wanted that over the Steam Deck. And he loves it. I mean, I think there's pros and cons to both, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
So this game works in that device on
That's
mobile
cool.
as of 2 days ago, which I was shocked when
Yeah,
he played it on his Android device in that Asus. So
that's
that's
neat.
just a little tidbit. So I'm definitely taken by the whole motion and gyro controllers, whether it be on mobile or in the gamepads themselves.
Yeah, that's cool. Um, Sweet. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. I've got Grandma selected, Chill Ride selected, and yeah, we'll start the ride. Alt, oh, tilt sensor not detected. Requires your phone motion try. Oh, do I need to? I played this without it before.
Ooh, I don't know.
Restart your browser and try again.
I've
Wait, am I
never
in the browser?
I haven't had this issue. So does it not work at all for you?
It did when I tested it. Let me see.
Yeah, you mean when you played it that couple weeks ago? Like
Well,
you've
today,
never
yeah,
it's
I was
never
just
this.
playing it when
Oh,
I
you played on
downloaded.
Steam?
Yep.
You played on
Um,
Steam, it worked for you, but then you just saw that error.
yeah, let me
Oh,
see if I can try again. Um, let me see all the games I need to update. How embarrassing. Um,
that,
I can.
that was very embarrassing for me. Like I don't know what that meant. Tilt motion, like not available.
Yeah, I wonder if
Okay.
Wait, what is this? Oh, that's a joystick. What's the
That's,
joystick icon?
that is right there. That's the joystick.
Is that like the motion sensor, or is that just a different input
No,
device?
no, no. There's another one that appears whenever you have a gyro
Okay.
connected. Um,
Well, let's
but
just try
yeah,
again.
part of the dual sense.
Oh no. Yeah.
Does it not
Well,
work?
no, surprisingly,
All
it
right.
shows the instructions at first, and then this pops up. I wonder if I can, like, can I clear the data on Steam? And
Too
then,
odd, right? Because it
because it may have
did the work for
saved
you
when I
before.
played
Do
it,
you want to?
or I can try it in the browser. I mean, that's the other thing too.
I was gonna say, why don't you just go to the browser, give it a try,
Okay.
um, and that will let everybody like go to the browser and try it if they
Yeah.
ever got
You
that
want
at
me,
Steam.
do you
Like
want
I'm
me to
like,
share that?
yeah, sure. I'll drop the link actually on YouTube
Go
right
for it.
now.
And then, let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's
And
do
I can.
this one. And I'll do full screen.
So I'm leaving with that noted. It worked for you the first time in Steam, but then after coming back into Steam, it's trying to find some motion tilt controller and it's saying error message like
Yeah.
related to that. Okay, super odd. Sorry about that, everybody.
Oh, it's doing the same thing on.
On mobile?
Yeah, let me try
Josh,
something. I was gonna say if I could start the game before that pop-up.
I can share my screen and like show people
Okay.
the game too.
Oh, and then sometimes it does a lockout. It's funny because I
I'll just
tested
show it.
this.
Yeah, that's super odd. Not certain what happened there. Sorry about
Oh, and
everybody.
it's funny because I
But
just
let me share my entire screen here. And
oh, I just murdered my
this
browser. I
is
forgot.
funny. Here's a funny story. I think everybody will like find this funny. It turns out that all of my friends, even my friends that have Steam, end up using Macs. And I looked it up, and that is like actually 2% of Steam users
Oh,
use
really?
Mac as of like 2005 or 2025. So
Really?
I'm like, I don't know. I must be like friends with all of the Mac users on Steam because like it was like difficult for me to actually find people that used Windows in Steam. And get this, at least as of November, the numbers I saw reported had Linux users on Steam
Yeah.
higher than Mac users.
Oh, wow.
Three at 3%, and Mac users were 2%. So anyway,
Huh.
kind of funny.
Yeah, that
So
is interesting.
the this is what Wes was showing, and
It is. Yep.
this is me. This is me doing the gyro, and I'm on a PlayStation like DualSense controller, so like the standard controller comes with a PlayStation 5, and it works with Pro controller too from a Switch, right? Switch Pro controller. Like I have not tried with the Joynet. Joy, do I have that wrong? Joy something. Um, the sticks that are used like the are the small ones that
Yeah.
come together for the
Oh,
Switch,
yeah.
right? But I've used it with a Switch Pro controller, and
Okay.
that works also. And I've even done it with I set up a basically a controller lab this week, and even done it with a GameSir, which is the cheaper Chinese gyro controllers, but they're
Yeah.
pretty good quality. So I've
Something
been
weird.
using it for that. So there it is. That was the demo of Grandma's house. This is the gyro that I was talking about.
Yeah.
That is recognized versus the joystick, which you can like turn off or turn them both off, and then hey, look at that, keyboard only. For playing the game. Right now, there's a tutorial and 2 other levels to it. In kind of debating what's next as far as like levels or maybe even a level builder like for it. Is where I'm at with the game. Its playtest on Steam is live now. Please come out and give me feedback and have fun with it. Hopefully, let me know what you think, good and bad. And yeah, that's a Tandemonium. I'm anybody who has questions about Steam and what a playtest is versus a demo on Steam, how it relates to your store page. Happy to answer questions about that too, and what all is involved. My plan is to have the demo up in May, like after playtest,
Okay.
and then launch the game shortly after Steam Next in June. So
Oh, okay.
that's what I know.
Well, and that's good you're thinking ahead because, like, I think sometimes, I mean, it's not like you can make a perfect scenario, especially if you're getting kind of closer to release, but like you're thinking, okay, like I need to get this done, like say in April, and then do the play testing, April in May, and then get it finalized for Steam Next. Like that's great mindset to kind of think about because I think sometimes we just like, okay, it's done, now what? It's like, well, it's nice if you get a couple months ahead to think about how you want to release it. Not to say that it's a problem, like you can always release it, it's no big deal. But a lot of times, it's good to, have it align up with something else while, like I said, the iron's hot, so to speak. Um, and then that gives you an opportunity to, get some real good feedback. Obviously sales if people like it, if you're selling it, and then all that good stuff. So, um, Yeah, it's funny because I was in Steam, the Steam version. I hit Alt F4 to close um,
Yeah.
the
Hey,
game, and
everybody.
then I was
Thought
in
I'd
the
just
browser.
show
Oh
my
yeah,
ugly
hey,
face for a moment.
welcome,
Hey,
welcome. Um,
I'm not some AI agent bot behind the scenes.
not yet.
Not
Soon
yet.
to be. No, I'm just kidding. We're all agents underneath. Um, but yeah, it's funny because I had your browser version. I hit Alt F4 to close it. I just closed all my tabs. I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
And because I have YouTube on my other screen, Chrome isn't asking me, do you want to restore? I'm like, shoot, I really messed up. But that's okay because I got everything in Discord. But that is to say, um, if you are wanting people to play this, I'll go ahead and share my screen for Discord. But if you want to learn more, all you have to do is go to the Share Your Games. There's a Tandemonium, and this will have the Steam link that we were talking about. So if you want to be like I'm already a tester, but it'll ask you if you want to be a tester. I think you said there's up to 50 of those.
On the playtest?
Yeah, like you have up
No,
to.
I'm inviting and approving everybody who asks.
Oh, okay.
So
So as many as you want.
anybody who wants to come in. Yeah,
Great.
yeah. I mean, unless I want to, if we made it scarce right now, but that's no reason to. Everybody here
Yeah.
should come on board and try it out. And when you request access, I just like end up having to approve it or whatever, and you'll get access in your Steam library.
So you would probably want at this point, because I know you have like the um the link to your .love uh, web version, but you would probably prefer if people could start testing out your Steam page version, right? So you can kind of get not
Absolutely,
not only people
absolutely.
in playing it, but also giving you feedback and
Yeah.
okay,
Yep. Both
yeah,
and both, but really with the whole like Steam experience and the Steam library, and that's where both of which are getting published to like changes.
yeah,
But that's where you'll actually see there's a community page on Steam
yep,
which has the notes of whenever I do another release,
yeah,
and I'm doing a release like multiple times a day right now, but it's probably
okay.
going to go to like once a day or once every couple days, like after this weekend. So yeah, like feel free to like dive in deep. And if anybody has any questions on Steam and launching and kind of sequencing for the dates for Steam Next too, like
Yeah,
happy to share my experiences.
that'd be great. Yeah, I think there's always like a mix of different experiences people have when they put stuff on Steam, so I'd love to see your thoughts on that, especially, as you're getting up to and or, released with Steam Next, like what your experience with that is. Um, because that's always like an experience of itself. It's like you're kind of going into it thinking one way and then you experience it and it may be different than you anticipated. Um, but it's always cool to because it's kind of
I'm
like
already
this big.
already feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling exactly that, like Wes too. Like the playtest, I have 150 people that have requested access
Yep.
on the playtest right now.
Wow.
I just approved all of them for the playtest
Yep.
today. Before that, I had approved about 50 or so.
Oh, maybe
I've
that's what I
had
was thinking.
two or
Yeah.
three that have actually come into the Discord but haven't been active as of yet. So these are kind of the
You
numbers that I'm seeing.
your Discord,
And
right? Or
I run it out of the GDG Columbus Discord, which is
gotcha.
for those who aren't familiar, it's the Google developer group
Oh, cool.
Discord channel, or it's Google
I
developer
didn't
group
know they had
Columbus,
a
which is
Discord. That's neat.
they do. I'll
You should
grab an
share
invite
it.
to drop it in the link here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so I will grab that link to the GDG Columbus Discord and paste it for everybody.
Yeah, put it in the shameless
So,
plugs and I can put it in the chat if you want me to.
okay, sure.
Control Shift T to try to get your tabs back. Let's see. See if Eric saved me. Nope. I think I may have done it too late because I had closed stuff already. That's my bad. That's okay. I've got them grouped, Eric, so I just need to go in and open the groups again. It's like everything outside of a groups tab in Chrome. Well, it's Chromium, right? Because I'm using Brave. and I just won't worry about those, the ones I have for COGG today. But that's okay, because I've got pretty much everything I needed. Yeah, worth a shot. I appreciate it. I'll remember that next time. Control Shift T. But yeah, let me see if I can grab that for you. Shameless plugs. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, this is cool. So you're part of that group, the Columbus Google Developer Group. That's neat.
Yep, been organizing that community group for a long time in
That's
Central Ohio.
great. That's
And
cool.
we used to put on a conference per year called Ohio Dev Fest, which would go
Oh
back and forth
yeah,
between
I have a
Columbus and
T-shirt
Cincinnati.
for that.
Right on.
Long
Yeah.
time ago.
So
I forgot when
we the last we did it 4 years before the pandemic, and then we did
Yep.
once after the pandemic. So last time we did it was 2023, so about 3 years ago.
Maybe then.
Was the last time we did the conference.
Okay. Yeah, keep us posted. Especially as it pertains, if you're putting games up there, if it pertains to games, you're more than welcome to share that if you guys are doing. I mean, if it's projects, like it's not a big deal either. It's just as long as if there's one game, perfect. Which
Yeah,
sounds like your
just
game.
it's just one game. It's just my game, and it's I do it under I like users first games, and
Okay.
I'm just doing Tandemonium, and I'm just like launching it now, like we discussed.
Okay.
For like Steam Next Fest, and we'll see how it goes over the next few months as share my art with the world. So
Sweet. Awesome. Well, it's looking great, man. So definitely become a tester. Keep us posted, Pete, on your progress, and yeah, if you ever want in our Discord channel, I think you've done a little bit of it, but like if we can coordinate some kind of game time with this for testing, ping us here and we'll try to get some views on it. So, I mean, we could even. Oh, and I gotta figure out the gyroscope pop-up because I swear it was working. It was working.
I gotta figure that out, man. That's all me.
Yeah,
I gotta know what happened.
yeah,
So it was
but
the tilt of the keyboard. That's for sure. That's what it was.
right, exactly. It has something in here and I didn't even know, and that messed everything up. um, but yeah, I'll keep an eye for that. And then yeah, just let us know, and maybe we can get some people in there, make an event of it. We do have our prototype and play next month and online, so maybe that might be an opportunity too. If you
I'll be
want to
there.
do some testing.
Tons of fun. So.
Okay, but definitely beforehand
Yeah.
too, because I know that's a couple weeks from now. So, but cool. All right. Well, thanks so much.
Thanks,
I
Wes.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
so much, man.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. Tons of fun. Thank you.
Yep. And we'll catch you again on some more updates.
Right on.
All right. So next up, we're gonna. I think I've got. Is it Brian? You said you were wanting to showcase your project. This was last minute. Yeah, Brother Skaldar. I always pronounce it incorrect. But yeah, feel free to join. And if you want to talk about your project with Nemesis Star, you're more than welcome to. So let me see if he's available. I know he's in the green room. At Brother. Open to present. And yep, I think we just got him. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I know it's like
Pretty good.
Good. Yeah, I know it's always a little bit of sec to kind of move over
Again,
between
a
stuff.
lot of you have already seen. Hey, so yeah, I'm Brian. I am the solo developer for Nemesis Star. Been working on it for quite a while. So a lot of you have already seen it. I have a few updates to share.
Cool.
Probably the biggest one, I have finally figured out the Godot export system, and I am working on getting this deployed out to itch.io. So
Ooh.
hopefully sometime this afternoon, I
Yeah,
will finally have a playable demo for people to get their hands on.
that's awesome.
But with that, if it's all right with you, I'm going to go ahead and share screen
Yep.
and show you what I've got.
Yep.
So give me a sec to get this fired up.
And those of you who are not familiar with Nemesis Star, this was actually a Game Jam game many years ago that you've been working on for a while actually now. It's like been come a long way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's technically started all the way back in 2023,
yeah.
which is there have been a number of long hiatuses on this.
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, there's a so a couple changes. They made some slight, some basic stuff, some
Oh.
slight changes to the camera angle. This is the prototype for the introductory scene where you've got your mothership warping in,
That's cool.
and you, of course, come under attack and have to deal with that. I've added some effects to make it more clear when an enemy has been shot down. There's also a new missile reload indicator.
That's great. Yeah, I love the view of the planet. That's really cool. So you said this might be kind of a bit of a intro cutscene?
Yeah, so the idea is that the plot starts off with your ship, part of the Merchants Guild, is coming here in search of trade deals and cash.
Gotcha.
You come under attack, your mothership gets shot down, and now you are stuck on this world, which has become a war zone, and you'd like to not be there.
Yeah.
Shenanigans ensue, and you get caught up in the larger plot as you go.
Caleb said that the sense of scale is fantastic, which I agree. Like, I think it's cool to see how long it takes to get around this ship, but also know that, okay, you're right above an entire planet.
Yeah, that all took me quite a while to get working right.
Yeah.
But yeah. So eventually, the final game is intended to be an open world experience. Right now, I've got a series of what are basically test arenas that I've set up to test various aspects of the game.
Yeah.
Other big update from last time, those of you who saw the last demo will know that this scene was notorious because the missile launcher guys had a habit of one-shotting you.
Oh, man.
I have updated the health system so that your health is split. Your health is split into segments. So each segment is depleted. You get a brief period of mercy invincibility.
That's
So
really cool. It shows the intense amount of damage being thrown at you without you just dying immediately, which I can appreciate. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And weirdly enough, it's let me make the individual enemies more dangerous because they can afford to hit you pretty hard without... Ah, shit.
That's okay.
So yeah, they can hit you pretty hard, but it takes multiple mistakes to actually get shot down. So the overall difficulty's gone down, even though the enemy difficulty's actually gone up.
Oh wow. Yeah, this is feeling like a war zone, man. It's really cool.
That's the intent.
Yeah, that's really neat.
But yeah, next update that I'm going for is I'm trying to get some actual character and storyline stuff in.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh dang. You're a little
So, yeah,
minion, man.
once you get used to the movement system, you can do some crazy stuff. My hope is that people have a lot of fun experimenting with this
Yeah.
and figuring out what kind of crazy things you can do. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, Caleb said he's loving that solution, and then it's really seeing the feel of this game come together. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's like every little iteration starting to feel out the design and gameplay a little bit more. Yeah, and there's something to be said about like the little visual line elements and the sound effects really help to pull it all together too. I think it's
Yeah.
fleshing that,
Which
that
at this point, I've got most of the systems in place that I want for the game.
Yeah.
Main things that are remaining, like I said, character system, getting the actual storyline going, and
Yeah.
getting to where the player can change their loadout. I need an inventory system so players can have different weapons, different loadouts,
Gotcha.
possibly even different fighters.
So, you talk about like a story, like character system. Is there like, what's your thought on that? Like, what do you anticipate, or have you thought about it yet? Like, are you gonna do like a traditional Star Fox, like they're gonna show up at the bottom and give you text, or are you gonna try something different?
Yes, definitely doing the Star Fox thing.
Okay.
Partly just because this is very clearly Star Fox inspired, and also
Sure.
just because that's a workload that I can survive.
Yeah.
I'm not doing full voice acting. I'm doing just generic voice grunts.
Yeah. What is that called? Animal lips or something? Like, where it's like bleep bleep bleep. Oh, dang. Just as a reminder for folks that may have seen this for the first time, this is also built in Godot, so there's been quite a lot of work from Brian working in that engine to kind of get through to this point. Yeah, Greeny Wingy says they love the sound choices. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so you have in the version that you're going to release on itch, right? What do you anticipate that version being? Is it going to be like a demo that you'll iterate from in a full version later? Are you going to try to just release it all together? What do you anticipate?
So the plan for itch is to mostly be just a playtest demo, something very similar to what I've shown off today, just the 3 arenas.
Yeah.
Main thing I'm looking for is feedback on the controls, on the UI, get a feel for how people adjust to it.
Yeah.
One thing that I don't have a lot of feedback yet is discussing the keyboard and mouse controls.
Yeah.
The game is designed to be played with a controller. I have made it so that it does work keyboard and mouse, but those controls haven't been tested yet. And so I want trying to get some feedback on that. The itch.io version, the full game is going to be too large to release on itch. That's just not going to be practical.
Yeah.
I do intend to ultimately put this on Steam, but as a playtest and gameplay demo, I think itch might be suitable, assuming I can get it to work. Like I said, I've been figuring out the export system. Godot also allows for encrypted exports.
Oh.
Which is handy if you don't want someone ripping off your game.
Sure.
Like
yeah.
stealing the assets or even decompiling it and claiming it's theirs. It doesn't happen super often, but it does happen. There have been cases where people's entire work has been like stolen by a Chinese developer or something, and it can get really ugly.
I'll be honest, like I've a little bit of my hand is I've used tools to backwards engineer games just so I could learn from them, like how was this model made, how was the system made. Not by any means claiming it's mine. I just want to use it as a learning experience.
Yeah,
but
and
it's a challenge.
Is not always. Yeah, and decompiling isn't always nefarious. Like, for
Yeah.
example, decompiling is critical if you want to mod a game.
Sure. Yep.
And it looks like tentatively that Godot actually has a fairly interesting encryption structure where you can choose what bits are encrypted and what bits aren't.
That's neat.
So theoretically, you could leave the window open for modding, but that's a thing that I haven't figured out yet. Another thing I just have to show off.
Go ahead.
Because it took me forever. This is the key binding setup. Don't ask me how long this took me to put together, but yeah.
Yeah, you talked about that in our prototype and play. It's one of those things that you feel like you know, it's not
Oh yeah,
that much,
it's like, oh, this
but
will be quick and easy, no problem whatsoever, and it takes weeks to get it to
Yeah.
work.
yeah, that's great.
So yeah, and let me see if I can find it real quick here. I've got the where is it? There was a.
I was just gonna say it.
I had a. I was going to. If I still have it, I might have gotten rid of it, but I had a test scene for the character dialogue system.
You have a screenshot in the Discord, but a scene itself, yeah, I don't know if I have that.
Yeah. Okay. I can't find it, and I don't think I feel like trying to search desperately through my files. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
let me
Nemesis Star. That's its current state.
share my screen, and then you'll see if you go to share your games and you click on Nemesis Star, the very most up-to-date post shows a little bit of the text dialogue system. So this is a test message. Appreciate it, mortal. So that's a little sneak peek of what it'll look like, which I think is really cool. Like I like the character. So it said also created a character system. This the portraits and placeholders for now, but each character has their own font and voice. The voices are semi-random beeps that sync with the text, but the effect works out very well. Yeah, I love it. I think this is great.
And yeah, and as a side effect, one of the character voice that I picked for the captain of your mothership,
Yeah.
By sheer coincidence, it sounds like she's always yelling at you, which is perfectly on brand for her character. So
That's great. I love it.
So
I think
yeah.
it's gonna add so much more for it. It'll be fun to see how that works. And I got a screenshot of your model. So you work in Blender. So if you guys are interested in Blender questions too, he's a one-man band, man. Do quite a lot.
Yeah, the two things that I don't do myself are character art, and music. So I am tentatively thinking that I'm going to get a list of what I need and hire somebody to do the music for the game. I found
Great.
some royalty-free sources that are suitable for now, but I don't know if I want to continue with those for the final product.
Yeah. Well, and it's, the rights of those and everything too is like, making sure you can use it where you want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's great. I mean, like you've done the bulk of the game, so like it's always good to collaborate too. And then we always have like folks in the sound channel that you can always talk to. And then there's obviously like you can ask in the job and collaborations channel, if and when you decide you want to do that. But I mean, it's great stuff. I'm so glad to see such big progress. Every time you show this game, there's always something new. That's really cool to see. So, cool. When do you anticipate setting it up on itch, give or take? You said hopefully maybe the next few days.
Like I'm trying to get a demo available this afternoon.
Okay.
I figured out how to export executable files.
Yep.
I'm going through the documentation on web export.
Gotcha.
There is a Godot to itch.io tutorial. Main thing I'm worried about is because this is a 3D game, it's quite a bit larger than normal for what you would put up on itch.io. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed. We'll hope it works.
Yeah, they have a version. I forget what it's called because people would ask us during game jams because we do itch for game jams a lot. So there is like the normal smaller games upload that most people will just use, and then when you have a larger one, there's like, I forget what it is. I almost feel like you have to download a tool to upload like gigabytes, a couple gigabytes version. Oh, thanks, Simpson. Stop. You guys don't see that, but I've got a pop-up for my printer. Anyways, okay. So Yeah, there's different versions that you can use. I feel like because I remember that being a question someone asked. They're like, "Hey, I'm over like the whatever it is 5 gig limit," and then you can like there's another tool that will use some sort of server for very large games that you can upload to. Though that is to say, like, yeah, itch is great, and I think it's good to upload demos, but like when you've got a full-fledged game, it might be better to upload someplace else that can support that kind of ecosystem. But that's to say, it's a perfectly fine place if you want to sell it to. It's just kind of weigh out the outcomes of, how you want to publish it. Um, but yeah, great stuff, man. It looks great. I'm excited to see the progress, and yeah, let us know when it's released, and we'll work to send it out to the masses so people can play it. So,
Sounds good.
cool.
right.
No questions that I can see, just great comments. Anything else you want people to know as a takeaway?
I said this is a bit of a long shot, but I am aiming for a Steam release. I'm aiming for a Steam release this year. There's still quite a bit to get done, so don't expect it in the spring. Probably don't expect it in the summer, but tentatively shooting for like a fall or winter release of this year.
Okay.
I'll keep you posted on that. A lot of it's going to depend on like what comes up in playtesting,
Yeah.
and how fast I'm able to get new content out. But yeah,
Sweet. Cool.
so
That's exciting.
thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. And yeah, we'll keep everybody posted on your progress. Cool. All right. So next, we're just going to do a little bit more of a slathering of different projects and games that are coming out. If you have any news or updates that you're thinking about, like if there's an event you're going to that's game related, or if you got a game that you want to work on, that you want to talk a little bit about, or anything game related, just let us know in the chat. I'll keep an eye on that. Excuse me. And the next couple of ones are just kind of a little bit of things that are coming up this month that are new from our Discord channel. And then afterwards, we'll go and do a deep dive into our Discord and get to talk to you all. It's funny, I just stopped sharing that, but actually, I'm just gonna go back to it. Cool. So in our Discord channel, we have a Share Your Games, which is, I always encourage people to add their games to this page, because I usually try to, at this time of the month, to go over these. You'll see Tandemonium, you'll see Roads of Jura, and Nemesis Star that we talked about today. But anything that's about 30 days or earlier will pop up to the top. Anything older will go down here. So all these we've kind of gone over a little bit here and there. I try to go over as many as possible. If I don't go over your game, just ping me and I'd be happy to kind of share it. I'd be happy to kind of talk about it too. But yeah, this is a great way to kind of keep up to date on things. So the first one I wanted to talk a little bit about is Oceanopolis. This is done by O'Connell. So it's an underwater sea builder in the style of old tycoon games. So it's launching a Steam Early Access on April 8th. So should be coming out soon. I'll put that into the chat. And I just wanted to play the video. And if you want to, get into that early access, I think I've already done it for my account, but I've got it on my wish list and ready for it to come in when it's ready. This is pretty neat. So I can see like little buildings being made and upgrading. Kind of reminds me of the Adult Swim show, Steam Lab 2021. I think they had an underwater lab. This is a little snapshot of the game. A little bit more Oh, cool. So you can turn the camera. Build the future. And I see this, the UI stats at the top right and left. Under the sea. So Oceanopolis. Nice. Cool. Yeah, so it's just got a couple of progress reports, some updates here and there. Yeah, looking great so far. So yeah, when you've got it released, let us know. We'd be happy to share about it so people can play around with it. But yeah, it looks like April, May. And if you haven't seen Andrew before, he's got quite a few different games, so definitely check out their different... Wait, did I purchase this one? Oh, I did. Okay. Or that's free to play. Let me add in my library. Cool. I'm surprised I didn't do that. So yeah, he did First Person Stapler, Tire Fire Rally, Oceanopolis is the new one, and Nuclear Lizard Island Rampage is fun too. So getting quite a collection. It's great work. So yeah, let us know when it's released, and I'll be happy to play around with it. If you want to present it, be happy to do that too. Take my name if you'd like. I got a promo, commercial composer, and speed dial. Yeah, let's take a look, Blazo. You are... Wait, which one is it again? Yeah, if you just go ahead and DM me on Discord. Yeah, I can share your promo. Not sure if I see the game that you're working on. Yeah, just send it to me and I'll be happy to promote it. Cool. Yeah, so we have that. Okay, okay, sorry. Blazo, you were talking about take my name if you'd like. I got a pro commercial composer on the speed dial. Yeah, so I think you were talking about getting music for video games, right? So cool. Sorry, I misunderstood that. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so we've got Oceanopolis 2000, and then the other one I wanted to show a little bit of is Diorama Preview. So this is a game that actually I played at the Prototype and Play this month at Game Arena. And that was under Phil. He's got a new game, so he checked out the department for previews of diorama game content and home theater feature system. So he's got games over here, and did a little preview. So I'll show you a little bit what this is about. The music. I'm getting bombarded by busy work. How's it going? I'm the one in charge of your training here. There's a ton of paperwork to fill out and a whole bunch of apps to log into. You could fill out each and every one of them. Or you could blast them into pieces. Don't allow too much bureaucracy to accumulate or I'll be in trouble. Before we start, I need a hair-raising experience. I love the music and the graphics. Oh, that's great. So, be on the lookout for that game. There was a demo that we played. That was tons of fun, and yeah, it's a work in progress. But I love your art style, Phil. There's such a great work in your graphics and your cutscenes and whatnot. I'm really excited to see that. But yeah, let us know when we can share it and play around with it. And be happy to play more in that game. So that's the diorama preview game. So cool. All right. And then the next two are game releases that I wanted to share. So Just as a reminder, Stitched Together, which has been in the works for a couple years now, had a big release this month. So definitely check them out. I went ahead and put this the Steam link in there. I thought I had bought this game. Oh, I did. Okay, cool. I had bought this game. But yeah, this is a great game. It's Stitched Together is an RPG adventure with a deep story, unique battle mechanics, and world-defying stakes, and a whole extra dimension.
Something weird is going on, and it's not just us having been away from school.
Really? It doesn't seem that weird to me. But maybe I'm just a homebody.
No, I'm sure it wasn't there last summer. Things don't just appear and disappear. Let's see how you deal with this!
Yikes!
Everything is made of fabric. The benches, the trees, even my coffee. Ah! Ow! Woohoo! Ow!
Joey and Gwen teaming up. Oh my god! What is that?
That's available now. So if you like that, feel free to check it out. Looks like it's on sale too, because there's a Steam sale going on. But yeah, this game's been great. Like I've been super excited to see the progress in this. Maybe we'll have to do a let's play on this too. It'll be fun. So congrats on your release. I wish you the best. I hope it's going well so far. It was released on like March 16th, so it's well on its way. And yeah, we'll love to do more on this. Cool. So that's Stitched Together. The other one released this month. Not Stitched Together again. Hold on. I've got this in the announcements. Hold on. This is what happens when I close my tabs. So let me grab this one. Okay. Next one is Duck and the Land of Flightless Birds. Now this one is an interesting story as well. So this is kind of going back. I remember when we were talking about games going, getting stored into a repository and kind of going through that process. The first iteration of this game accidentally got, we'll just say misplaced. Had to redo a lot of mechanics, which was a lesson learned, a lot of the game. But what came from it is this game that we see today, which is, as I recall, a lot of work that's been from lessons learned on the previous game that they made, and a lot of great improvements. And I'll show you the trailer, but I can definitely tell, there's been a lot of iterations and updates to this. I'm very excited to see this demo. You can download the demo, but the actual game is now on sale. Funny enough, same day, March 16th. Yeah, let's show the trailer so you guys can get a look at it. But it's Duck in the Land of Flightless Birds, a charming platformer adventure where you play as a plump duck that can't fly. It's so cute. Great stuff, man. Really, really, really awesome work. That's a phenomenal trailer. Really cool to see all the progress and hard work in this game. I know it's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears getting to this point, so congratulations. Let us know how it's going and if there's ways that we can help. But otherwise, go out and buy it if you're interested. It's a phenomenal game, and very excited to play this more in the future. So yeah, I want to be the duck. I agree. I'd love to be the duck. Yeah. Oh, Blazo, you talking about Lost Marbles? Is that in here? I always forget. Maybe you have it someplace else. May or may not be in here. It's not those two. Maybe you just did an update. Search. Nope. That's okay. If I had somewhere else, but yeah, feel free to add it to the chat, Blazo, if you want me to share something. But otherwise, we're happy to kind of promote, however we can. So, but yeah, I know you've been working on a game, Lost Marbles. So then there's been an iterative progress on that too. I might be blind. Oh, nope, that's something different. That's okay. Cool. Yeah, just keep us posted if there's another one that we can help you with, but otherwise I think we're good, and we're getting pretty close to time either way. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we'll probably call it for today, and what I want to do is just kind of do a shout to our next process. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the general voice channel. So if you want to join us, all you have to do is go into our Discord if you're part of the Discord, which again, if you're not, you can go to thecog.com. Top right corner, there's join Discord. If you're on a phone, it's like the 3 lines icon, the menu icon. You'll find our Discord link, take you to this Discord link, and then go down to voice channels to general. This is where we're going to be hanging out. I will also put that in the chat here for you all. Hopefully that should work. And yeah, join us if you want to chat for a bit. I'll take a quick washroom break, and then we'll go in and yeah, hang out for a little bit. If you're wanting to talk, if you're a presenter, you can talk in there. If you just want to chat, again today, and I just closed my presentation, but it's what was one of the most difficult mechanics you've ever made in a game, or what was one of the most difficult mechanics you've ever played in a video game, if you want to do an icebreaker. So, but other than that, thanks for coming out today. There's a lot of really great stuff, that I've seen come out, so appreciate everybody hanging out with us today and had a lot of really good fun. Again, our next event is in April on Friday the 10th. We're going to be in Discord from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Just sharing some games. Feel free to hang out with us there. But otherwise, have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for coming out. And if nothing else, have a lot of fun making games and playing games. We'll chat with you next time. All right. See you guys. Bye-bye. Oh, not April 5th. Did I say April 5th? What's April 5th? Should be April 10th, second Friday of the month. I know, Tom, you just said that. What's April 5th? Okay, perfect. Thanks, Wes. Okay. Haha.